The mark of the beast is mentioned in Revelation 13:16-17, where it says, "He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." This mark is often interpreted as a symbol of allegiance to the Antichrist, and crucially, it's tied to economic control, no buying or selling without it. Infrastructure, being set up now, from a prophetic perspective. While there's no clear mark today, many believe the infrastructure is being built that could enable this kind of system. Here are some elements often linked to it being the mark of the beast. 1. Digital ID systems. Governments and organizations are developing biometric IDs and digital identification platforms. Examples: ID 2020, WorldCoin, and national digital ID systems in India, the EU, and Africa. 2. Cashless society push. Many nations are moving toward digital-only currencies like CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, digital wallets tied to government systems. Once cash is gone, transactions can be tracked, controlled, or denied. 3. Global surveillance and AI and surveillance tech, like facial recognition and real-time monitoring, are becoming more sophisticated. These tools could be used to enforce compliance, track individuals, and determine access to commerce. 4. Unified global systems. There are increasing efforts toward global governance, interconnected economies, and standardized regulations, which could eventually morph into a centralized authority or system capable of enforcing the mark. 5. Social credit and behavior control. Countries like China already use social credit systems to reward or punish behavior. These models could easily be adapted to restrict buying/selling based on ideological or political compliance. This ties into the tribulation. If you take the pre-tribulation rapture view, then many believe these systems are being prepared before the Antichrist is revealed and the 7-year tribulation begins. The mark will likely be introduced mid-tribulation, once the Antichrist demands worship and consolidates power. These modern systems aren't the mark yet, but they could very well be precursors or tools that will be used during the Tribulation Agenda 2030. Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum, WEF, are central pieces in what many believe to be the global setup for the Mark of the Beast system and the coming tribulation. Agenda 2030, the global framework. Agenda 2030 is a UN initiative adopted by all member states in 2015, aimed at achieving 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, by the year 2030. On the surface, the goals sound positive: end poverty, fight climate change, promote equality. But prophecy watchers warn: potential tribulation. Setup: global governance disguised as humanitarianism. It calls for a centralized, coordinated effort across all nations, which could evolve into a one-world government, a necessary element of the beast system. You'll own nothing and be happy mentality. Tied to the idea of redistribution of wealth, this could pave the way for government-controlled resources and eliminate personal autonomy. Digital monitoring and control, achieving SDGs, like carbon reduction and equality, would require mass data collection, surveillance, and behavior regulation, key elements of a future system that controls buying, selling. Klaus Schwab and the WEF, the ideological engine. Klaus Schwab, founder of the World Economic Forum, WEF, has promoted ideas that align closely with Agenda 2030. His book, The Great Reset, was released in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic and laid out a vision for a new world order. Key WEF initiatives that raise red flags: 1. The Great Reset. Advocates for reimagining capitalism, governance, and society post-COVID. Calls for public-private partnerships, meaning corporations and governments acting as one. Introduces the idea that in the future you won't own property, but everything will be provided as a service. 2. Fourth Industrial Revolution. Focuses on merging humans with technology, AI, transhumanism, and implantable tech. Schwab has said, what the 4IR will lead to is a fusion of our physical, digital, and biological identity. That line has been linked by many to Revelation's mark on the hand or forehead, as it implies internal, external tech that connects you to the system. 3. Digital ID and CBDCs. The EF is pushing for digital currencies and global ID systems under the guise of inclusion and safety. These systems can be switched off, making them perfect tools for enforcement, buy-sell control. Prophetic convergence. All of these things, Agenda 2030, Schwab's vision, the WEF's global reach, are converging in ways that line up with Revelation 13 and the beast system. One world government, political beast. One world economy, no buying, selling without the mark. One world religion, worship of the beast enforced. It's not that the WEF or the UN are the beast, but many believe they're laying the foundation for the system he will eventually control during the tribulation.